We have Arizona Rams.
That's a good
Rams taking that one.
I got Arizona on that one.
I say I got Rams.
I picked Arizona just out of loyalty. Not loyalty.
Washington at Atlanta.
Washington.
That was my tough
Baltimore
game.
at Denver.
Baltimore.
Oh, Denver's defense is stout though.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They're decent. Here's the
only
biggest point spread of the week. Houston at Buffalo.
Yeah, minus 15. Minus 15 or something.
So I mean, I don't know. Is there any?
I think it said minus 15 and a half last time I saw it.
Pittsburgh at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
Right now, anybody playing Pittsburgh, I'm picking them.
What was another good one? Another good one is Chicago. Who are they playing?
But see,
it's Chicago and
Detroit.
Detroit?
And I picked Detroit just because
I
Justin Fields is still too raw.
I think Detroit.
Yeah, if it was, well, I mean,
I picked Chicago, but I think Detroit's going to upset them. I
don't think it's an upset. I think it's just that
Detroit's been hanging in.
They've been hanging in, yeah.
They've been on losing by 3 points a game.
And I think Justin Fields is just too raw right now. So, but they say we don't really know who's going to be the starting quarterback anyway. It's not going to be Fields because he said all three. He got three choices out to pick, and he's not going to make. He's going to make a game day.
What's
decision.
wrong with Dalton?
He's healthy now, so that's why I said.
So he's back in the mix. If it's Dalton, then yeah, I'm going to give it to Chicago.
So and then who is it? Seattle. Isn't Seattle and San Francisco playing? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm going San Fran on that one.
Yep. I think.
The only reason is because if you're taking a look, Seattle just got beat by Minnesota. I'm not opposed to a revenge match because they're angry about the loss, but they're a little bit susceptible, and San Francisco's got a lot of weapons, kind of like Minnesota.
Yeah. Yep. San Francisco actually has more weapons than Minnesota.
Do we want to do any recaps of some of the games this week?
We can recap the Bengals and the.
Well, that was last night's game. I didn't even watch it, so I mean that doesn't. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not prepared.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
we never are. When have we ever been prepared?
I think we do better when we're not prepared.
Well, it's a little bit more random.
I mean,
so, what did you watch any? Did you watch any on Sunday? Did you watch any on Sunday?
Yeah, I watched. I can't even. My brain is fried because of this week, so I can't even remember.
All right, ladies.
Because I remember I was sitting there watching. So it was probably the New Orleans game.
That's the one I didn't watch. That's the one game I watched.
That one.
That was the one I'm pissed because I probably should have put money on Carolina, right?
No, it was New Orleans and the Patriots.
Patriots, yeah.
They destroyed them.
They destroyed the Patriots.
Yeah.
Like
which is why there's a prediction that Tampa Bay is going to go in there and cover what 7?
Yeah, shit.
Tampa Bay about to run all over that. Oh my God.
And you know what we can cover? Let's cover these rookie quarterbacks and how they're doing.
I mean, the rookies. They're doing what rookies do.
The rookie and sophomore quarterbacks, how well are they doing?
They're doing what rookies do.
Let's take a look. So, if you want me to, we can do a rundown here. Kansas City at Eagles. Kansas City's favored 6.5.
Yeah, I picked Kansas City on that one also.
Over under is 54, which I think I might have to go with the over on that one.
I don't know because Philadelphia. Well, I mean, I would take the over.
Texans at Buffalo. Buffalo's favored 17.
17, yeah. That's a no-brainer.
I don't think Texans are going to score against that defense.
No.
If they do, it'd be a running touchdown.
Then why do they have the over? Ooh, excuse me. Why do they have the over under at 47?
Because they think Buffalo going to win by 41-7.
Man, Buffalo.
That's what it's going to be.
Detroit at Chicago. Chicago's is favored 2.5. I kind of like that. That's a point spread that I like, but the money, the money line that you're getting on that spread is not worth it. Yeah. It's the point spread is minus 125, and that it should be lower than that.
Well, who else we got on there?
Colts, Miami. I have Miami on that one.
Yeah, I did. I took Miami on that also.
Yep. Right. And Tennessee at New York. I got Titans.
Oh yeah, definitely. Titans.
Panthers at Cowboys is the one that I stayed away from.
Well, the Titans.
Panthers.
Cowboys? No, I take the Cowboys over the Panthers.
They're at home.
They're
Cowboys
home,
are at home. They had that decisive win in Philly.
They're going to outscore Carolina.
I know it's going to be close. No. That's why it's at 4.5. I'm going to give it. Honestly, I could see Dallas win this by a field goal, but I feel that it's going to be like 4 or 6 points.
I think Dallas is going to win that game by 2 touchdowns. I'll be honest.
No, I don't know.
But I want to go back to the Tennessee game. both the wide receivers are out with hamstrings. Julio Jones and the other guy, I forgot the name.
Brown, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, yeah, both of them are out with hamstring injuries.
So Titans don't have an offense?
No, I mean they still got Derrick Henry. So,
but no, if they don't have
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the rest.
They don't
of the
have a passing weapon.
Is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what the
I mean,
core
and
is.
I get the Jets suck, but I mean, do they really suck that bad?
They're playing.
Isn't this the same Jets that kept it close with Carolina in Week 1? Yeah,
that's a good question.
It was.
Yeah, it was a close.
But I don't think, like I said, I don't think they can stop Henry. So that's the Tennessee game, whether they got wide receivers out there or not.
I don't know, man. I mean, this is the thing I always tell people: be careful of the underdog at home.
Oh, they're in New York.
In New York,
I still got to go with Tennessee.
They got a full healthy.
I mean, I don't blame you. Go with Tennessee. I think they're the better team, but you know, I definitely wouldn't take that spread.
I might go with the Giants because Daniel Jones surprises you every now and then.
Giants are playing New Orleans in New Orleans.
I thought you said it was
no, the Jets, New York Jets.
New York Jets.
Tennessee's playing New York Jets.
Zach Wilson might surprise you.
Come on. Chuck, you're an eternal optimist until it comes down to a team you really don't like.
Well,
so
the Titans defense
the Seahawks, if you want to go to the Seahawks game, the Seahawks at San Francisco, San Fran's favored 2.5. I kind of like that spread.
Yeah, San Francisco beating them.
And then the over-under is 52.
I'm gonna go with the under on that one because I don't think Seattle's gonna put that many points. So that's why
I don't think their defense.
I don't think either one of them are gonna
San
put
Francisco. So
you need a 27-24 to cover that.
Yeah, and I think it'll probably be something like 24-17 or something like that.
Nah, I think that's gonna be a high scoring game.
Actually, 24 isn't enough. It would have to be 30 to.
Well, no, San Francisco doesn't have running backs, so.
Yeah, they're down to their third string running back right now. Fourth string. I'm sorry,
that's fourth string.
Baltimore Ravens Broncos. That's a 1-point game. Surprisingly, Ravens are favored 1 point.
It's because of that defense that the Broncos have. I mean,
they've got a good defense.
They've given up the least amount of points all season.
Yeah, so Tampa Bay, New England. That's what everybody's talking about. And of course, but no, the one that I think is Monday Night Football. Raiders, Chicago, at the Chargers. Raiders at the Chargers.
That was my toughest game to pick, and I believe I picked, if I'm not mistaken, I picked Hibbert and his crew.
I picked the Raiders.
Of course you did. You're going for the upset.
I think I really,
money line's plus 150. You want to put money on it?
Hibbert's hot though right now. I mean, the man is playing awesome football right now.
We have the money that we won from the over on the Philly game.
So just move it over to that one.
But you want to do all or nothing? I got $21.
Chuck.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
All or nothing. Are we playing
all
for
of it on the Raiders, right?
Raiders to win, or I would say Chargers.
Well, if we
to
do,
win.
well, I mean, it's a 3-point spread. So I mean, you get even money on the point spread for Raiders, or you get plus 150 if you take the money line for the win.
Well, you got to gamble.
Or we could go with the over under. The over under is set at 51.5. Both of them are putting up 20 plus points.
I would definitely go with the over.
I think the over. Yeah,
I would take the over on that.
So we could split it up. We could do half on
the over, and then the other half on the
Raiders or point spread.
The point spread.
So Raiders plus 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was thinking Chargers, but
he was saying Chargers.
Yeah, I was thinking the Chargers. I think.
You want the Chargers?
I believe the Chargers are going to win this game. I really do believe the Chargers are going to win.
I think they're the better team, but. I mean, I think they got lucky in Kansas City. Well, I want to say that. I want to say that they executed better in Kansas City. But they've been playing well the last 3 weeks. I mean, I just think that it's like whenever you play a division rival, it's like the other shoe's about to drop.
Yeah.
If it was Denver, wouldn't worry about it unless it's in Denver. Normally, I don't worry about Raiders unless it's in Vegas, but Raiders always give Chargers a hard time.
Are they playing in San Diego?
I mean, L.A.?
L.A., I'm sorry. L.A.?
Yes, they're playing in L.A.
I would go with the Chargers on that one.
All right.
I'm going to take the home team on that one just because those teams are evenly matched.
The point spread sucks, so you want me to put the whole thing on the over?
Might as well just we'll take half that bet and then put a half on another game.
All right. Okay, so we got 10 on the over 51 for the Raiders, Chargers. Which type of
Chuck, who you want to go with the Cowboy game? Who they the Cowboys versus
Carolina?
Carolina's winning. I'm not even concerned.
That's another 51.5 for the point spread.
I'd go with the over on that one too.
So just do the 2 overs.
Do the 2 overs.
So like the main reason I don't mean like the Broncos out of the division is because the Broncos only played garbage teams. They ever played the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Jets.
Yeah.
They're beating up on. They're getting.
So you like Baltimore?
Oh yeah, because they're beating up on garbage teams.
So should I take Baltimore then with the 1 point? Because I get better money on that.
Okay, then you take that one. Then.
Baltimore then?
Yeah, but I know they're gonna win by more than 1 point though.
That doesn't matter. If Baltimore wins, we win.
Yeah, they're gonna win by more than 1 point. So take Baltimore. That's a no-brainer, like Chuck said.
All right. So then, do I keep the Vegas
Keep
over or the Carolina over?
No, keep the Vegas one. The Carolina one.
Get rid of that one.
Yeah, we don't know which Dallas Cowboy team gonna show up either. So last week their defense showed up. The week before they didn't have no defense, so we don't know which one is gonna show up.
All right. So the singles aren't bad. We'll get just under even money. If we spare a little bit of money, we put it on the double. We get plus 270, so almost 3-1 on our money. If we put a little bit of money on both of them together, it's like parlay the two.
Both of them together. Yeah, put them together.
All right. So if we do that, let's go. Let's go $8 each, and then the remaining 4 on the double.
Okay, that'll work.
That works.
That'll work. Because I honestly believe those are the 2 games that won't surprise nobody. What we just said is going to happen.
Exactly.
I think what we just said is going to happen, so there's no point in going through anything else.
All right, so that's it. We're locked. Our last $20.
All right. So let's see what happens. When we're talking about these teams, we're looking at teams like Kansas City is imploding. You know, this was.
I don't really think it's not as much imploding as.
I think everybody
they've lost. It's like anything. When you have too much success, you think that everything goes your way.
Yeah.
Okay. We've all played poker, so let's use a poker analogy. You're in a game. Every hand you play, whether it's ace king, deuce 5 suited, it wins. It doesn't. And then all of a sudden, you finally, you've been playing a couple of hours. You're riding high. You've got a big amount of chips, and then all of a sudden, it happens.
You get hit.
Aces, and they get cracked. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're seeing out of Kansas City. Kansas City's made back-to-back Super Bowls. Won one, lost one. Right?
Yes.
All right.
So now we're seeing a depleted defense.
There's always having depleted defense.
And the offense, I think, is struggling because now the defense is not fully, but kind of know how to play them.
Well,
So the problem that they're running into is they're still putting up about the same amount of points, but their defense, because of the defensive struggles, are not able to stop the other team.
And the other thing is, like with Watkins leaving, Robinson stepped up. Don't get me wrong, but he's still not. He's not the go-to guy. They got a lot of speed over there, but they don't have a lot of hands over there. And Mahomes needs to stop doing these no-look passes. That's what's basically killing them. All these little gimmick things.
Well, yeah, because take a look. This last one, it got tipped and then intercepted, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
It didn't get tipped. It was more of the pressure got there. He made a normal decision that he normally makes. Travis Kelce couldn't bail him out, and Tyreek couldn't bail him out like they normally do. See, now that's why I was talking about. Kansas City is more vulnerable than we like to let them.
They like to let us believe.
Because when the play breaks down, he throws to only 2 people. So what happens when you cover him?
Yep.
You got nobody
and the third person's not open. He throws a duck up to Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill
and hope they go get it.
But they're covered. So now when you got the defense are saying, hey, play him, and when he gets there, knock the ball out of his hand.
Once again, that kind of just supports what I said. Yeah. The defenses are figuring him out, even though they're still able to move the ball successfully. It's not like it was in the previous
2
years.
years ago. Yeah.
So. And of course, the defenses we've known, through injuries, and I think they've even lost a few defensive players. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they lost.
I can't think of the names.
D Ford, who was D Ford, he went somewhere else. I forgot where he went to. Somebody else left.
I think it was a cornerback, if I'm not mistaken.
The interior lineman, the defensive line, they lost a couple of people on there,
and the linebackers,
are not as good as people thought they were. So,
because they looked better because of the defensive line that they were.
Now that the defensive line is not what it used to be, the linebackers have to step up, and they can't step up.
Yeah, because you got mediocre talent all across the defense. Outside of Tyrann Mathieu, you got a mediocre defense all the way around. So.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I can go with that. Normally, me and Chuck will argue about that, but it's Kansas City, and we really don't care about them. This is gonna put it out there.
And sadly, it's like I grew up in Iowa, and Kansas City is the closest professional team to my hometown, and we've got a lot of friends that are Kansas City fans, and especially a buddy of mine, Jamie, and I don't like Kansas City
At all.
Not even.
I liked it when Alex Smith was there. I'm not.
I
did like.
That's sad because I did too. I liked Alex Smith, but I mean, when the next man up is better, and you got to let him go because
let him go.
He's a hit on the salary cap. You got to do what you got to do. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more out of him over there in Washington. Of course, J.J. Watt kind of ruined that. But hey, to see him do that comeback game,
yeah, and I said it last year. He was, to me, the comeback player of the year.
Oh, definitely.
He should. If he didn't get it, he should have got it.
No, he did. I at least I think he got it.
And the other thing I want to touch on is this Arizona Los Angeles Rams game.
Yeah.
Now Arizona's flying high. The Rams are flying high. They just beat Tom Brady and company. And granted, it was a lot of questionable calls on the officials for a couple things against Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay had a depleted secondary, but to do what they did and still win the game. Now you got to go see the. I'm not mistaken. This is a division rival game, right?
Yes, it is.
And both of these guys are undefeated. The reason I'm riding,
I'll laugh.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason I'm riding with Arizona on this one is not because of my loyalty to Hopkins and Watts. It's just the fact that the wide receiving core that they have, Kyler Murray has a lot of weapons to choose from. The factors that hold me back from saying they're gonna blow them out is the running game in Arizona. It's kind of atrocious to me. I haven't seen anything good coming out that running game. And so you're gonna basically rely on Kyler Murray and the wide receivers to win this game. Now,
which I think they can. I mean, if you take a look at Larry Fitzgerald with DeAndre Hopkins and what's the other one?
I think one of them is
AJ
Green and Kirk.
Look, they've got it, man. And I mean, they're going to give Rams a
Rams can only cover one of them. Which is going to be Hopkins.
What it's going to take though. I think their offense is there. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the over under for this is also 51, and I think it's going to go over. The key for Arizona is gonna be their defense.
Yeah, and also their offensive line got to keep Sam Darnold in check.
Well, I
think Kyle Murray, right?
No.
Sam Darnold. The Sam Darnold. Aaron Donald.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They got to keep him in check. If they don't keep him in check, they lose this game.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get pressure.
I don't see Arizona's offensive line holding up against the Rams' defensive front. I don't see it.
I see
even with the Patriots. Sorry.
Even
with the Tampa Bay's defense, the offensive line, they were having troubles, and they have like a top 3 line.
Yeah.
So a line that is known to break down for Kyler Murray is going to hold up against this line. Like, I don't see it.
But the Rams have the same problem with the Arizona line, defensive line also. With those linebackers and defensive ends they got?
Not necessarily, because Sean McVay runs a lot of, how do you put it, disguises for the offense.
You're talking about like scheme blocking
and all that good stuff. So that's what was key in picking up the blitzes against Tampa Bay.
Okay. So and Arizona don't really blitz that much. So that's another thing.
Right, but you got your pressures off the edge. You got Watts and what's his face, Chandler Jones coming off the edge,
and
so you're preparing for those blocking schemes. So he's going to run and he's going to play action, and he's probably going to throw a couple of screens to throw them off so they can stay at home.
Well, like I said,
but then what's really going to be is that Arizona secondary. How well can they match up? Because Stafford let it flew, and those receivers, Kupp. Cooper Kupp, man.
Yeah, man. I got it. I got to give him all the props in the world. He showed
all the time, and he was the main reason that Rams were able to get down the field and move methodically. So that's what I think is going to be the key, because I think both lines match up pretty well, defensive and offensively. I think it's going to come down to that secondary and who can hold who at best. And I think over time we're going to see who's prepared to go the distance. I think either mid or late third quarter we're going to see a team take a step back because they're exhausted.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's going to have to get his cardio up because he's about to run.
Oh yeah,
He's running.
All right, gents. I think we kind of bantered long enough. Unless there's anything specific you guys want to cover.
No, I think we're good on these two games that we covered, as well as the bets that we talked about earlier.
We didn't do New England and Tampa Bay.
Why do we need to do New? Okay,
look,
so
I personally, and let me go first. We're gonna let him go last, since he's the New England Brady fan. To me, people are making this out way more than it needs to be, because both Tom and Belichick and everybody thinks, oh, it's going to be a chess masters game. No, it's not. Because you want to know why? When you have two chess masters, you know what they do? They play straightforward and they make you beat them on their terms. That's it. Belichick is not going to change anything. He knows what Tom knows, or Tom knows. It's that whole. He thinks, but no, they're going to come straight at you. It's when you least expect it that he's going to throw a little curveball, and it might just be a couple of plays here and there, but most of their game plan is not going to change.
But everybody making this out about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. It's more about Bruce Arians and Bill Belichick. Which coach gonna have their team ready to go? Then you look at the skilled players on each team. The Patriots ain't got jack squad over there. No. I'm sorry, they have nothing over there to compete against Tom Brady and
offense-wise?
Offense-wise, they ain't got nothing over there to compete against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sorry.
That's true. I'm not denying that point.
The one thing I want to interject is, we know it's hard to beat Belichick at home, and of course with Tom coming home to Foxborough, how is the crowd going to react? Is my question. On that, we're going to let him finish this up.
The crowd's going to react just like as if he never left. He's going to get his praise. He's going to get his kudos. You're not now. If I would be surprised if Patriots fans starts booing him. I would be surprised, because the man gave you 20 plus years of his life and gave you six Super Bowls. You can't. That's like. What do you call it? Joe Montana going back to Frisco after they, let him go, and he went to Arizona. Was it Arizona?
No, he went to Kansas City.
Kansas City. I'm sorry, Kansas City. That's like the San Francisco booing Joe Montana, or that's the one that left. But anyways, that's like them doing that. They're not going to do it. So
Favre going back to Green Bay.
Brett Favre.
Actually, I think he did. I think he did boo him.
He did boo him because he went to the Vikings.
He went to the Vikings.
They didn't boo him because he came back. They booed him because he went to the Vikings.
Yep.
To make a long story short, I think that it's up to the Patriots defense to win this game. The offense, I didn't like the whole Cam Newton release, Mac Jones promotion thing, because Mac Jones doesn't have a. I understand you're trying to get him tested and under the fire and all that good stuff, but it was no point if you got Cam there to take all that brunt. That way, this kid can see everything that the NFL is going to throw at him, and he's more prepared. I just think we pulled the trigger on that too fast. But also with the defense needs to step up. You need to throw some more throw some more disguises for Tom in there.
Yeah, definitely, because I think that offensive line is going to hold up to your defensive front.
Yeah,
you're going to have to win it in the secondary.
You're going to have to win it in the secondary, and we have a top 5 secondary, so we're good on that. We're good on that aspect. It's just more of a. I think they know what Tom's going to do. He's going to do West Coast, because I think really they're going to with the Tampa Bay, they're going to do play action or run plays. It's no point in throwing if I got the ball.
Yeah,
true.
So if you don't have to throw, why throw?
And I know that offense with the rookie is going to go 3 and out sometime. So it's basically the same methodical thing that the Patriots always do. Tom's going to do with Tampa Bay.
Yep. I like it. Thanks for the breakdown. And on a last and final note, just to throw it out there for food for thought, Cam was released, and I hate to say it, but I think the best logical landing spot for him, if they're willing to go get him, is right here in Houston.
Yep.
Comment below. Tell us what you think. And with that,
we're out.
We're out.
That is, I was thinking that as soon as he started talking, I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, they need something down here bad, pretty bad. I mean, because like, what's his name? Tyrod Taylor got a hamstring injury. That could be re-injured the next game.
It's always injured,
and
it's the same injury he had in Buffalo.
And so,
injury he had
with all that being said, you got a quarterback. You got a premier quarterback just sitting at home, not doing anything, and your pride won't let you do it. Oh well, we picked this kid. He's a 3rd round draft pick. Why would you throw? He's nowhere near ready. He showed that he's nowhere near ready to play in the NFL. He needs to sit. Well, I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm saying he needs to sit back and learn.
He's accurate enough for what you want. It's just,
but it's not accurate enough to win games.
It's just the decision making that he has in there is not where it needs to be.